Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Sam, if you're having trouble getting the invite, the little thing at the bottom of the screen with the plus sign, hit that. That's a request to join the live. There we go. Hold on. Accept. Go live with Sam. Did it work? Hey.
Hey man, sorry about that.
Oh, dude, no sweat. No sweat at all. All right, guys. I'm live. This is Sam Snow. Sam, do me a favor and introduce yourself a little bit. Let us know where you're at, how long you've been training, your basic jiu-jitsu
Yep.
information.
Yeah, brother, thanks for having me. So yeah, I'm here in Texas, uh, Dallas Fort Worth area. I've been training since about 2005, 2006, and yeah, I run an academy here in Keller, Texas, in Fort Worth area. So um, yeah, I've been teaching pretty much since day one, competing pretty much since day one. So lots of learning, lots of losses and learning and competition before I was able to start winning anything. But yeah, it's been fun.
Cool. You guys, this is real cool for me. So Sam, like, what is your position with Roll the World? I know like you kind of started that and founded it.
Yeah, yeah. So Roll the World is just like a little project I started through some tough times back, kind of going through a divorce, my first divorce, so my only divorce. um, yeah, so going through my divorce, my first marriage, yeah, I just learned a lot. I grew a lot in that, and had an opportunity to kind of branch out away from my academy a little bit. So it's been a quite a big shift for me in my career, and as far as like my day to day and stuff like that, I have a really great team at the academy. So really blessed and thankful for them, uh, just to allow me to do that. So basically, that's allowed me to do. Bringing on partners with my academy basically has allowed me to do this project, World of the World. It's something on my heart that's been on my heart for a while since going through that tough time. Uh, Basically, God's put a lot of plans in my heart and a vision to impact communities, impact local communities for the kingdom. So doing that and trying to basically right now, I think we've finally gathered around us a great team. So really fortunate to have some guys, Matt and Franco, and some good guys, Tristan as well, all on our team for Roll the World. We've really had a lot of planning in the last 6 months. We're really starting to implement things and launch things and create the systems we need to create and really do all the hard work. So basically, yeah, it's just really it's a brand for media and hopefully a platform for instructionals as well. But clothing, apparel, stuff like that, and mostly really where we want to go with it, with as far as the nonprofit side, where my vision is the outreach and the social project stuff. So
That stuff's fun. So we one of my training partners down here, um, it's him, me, and a couple other people, and so we just had our first fundraiser for our nonprofit for the island, Lion Haven St. Croix Community Center.
right,
Um, and dude, it was fantastic. We did a fun run. It was a 0.1K.
okay,
Like, so it was literally like the tiniest little run ever. It was really just a reason to get people together and hang out. But we raised over $18,000.
oh wow, man, congratulations, yeah,
Like, so it's huge. And then we have some proposals being sent in to the government here, because there's just nothing like what we do. So jujitsu is a big part of it. But right now what's being put together is, Justin is working on an after school program. He had considered doing, um, like Boys and Girls Club, like YMCA, like bringing
yeah,
here, but there's like red tape and like you kind of have to follow guidelines. And we were just kind of like, we think we have to do something that works better for the island, because the culture is a little different here. And
yeah,
so it's super exciting. Like over the next couple of years, we're gonna build a leadership program where jujitsu is a large portion of that. We want to be able to take kids, to like leadership conferences, in the States. And like my overall goal, honestly, I just want to watch some kid go through this program and then turn around and like run for government here, you know, so that we can see like
Awesome.
on a grand scale that we did something, because on a small scale, we know for fact that we're going to have a super positive effect. And
Oh yeah.
it's just super cool, man. Like doing good shit. I just want to do good shit. Like that's really all I want to do. Like that's the most fun to me. Like it's the most satisfying. And I guess like when your attitude is that way, I feel like I don't have to see an outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just going to happen. Like if you just keep doing good stuff, like you're
Right.
positively affecting somebody. So you don't have to, I'm not waiting for some kind of reward. Like I just get to like do good stuff. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the way to go about it.
Yeah, I love that perspective. You know, everybody's got their own perspective and on life, and I think I'm pretty similar in that. As like the most gratifying things, the most meaningful things are really the impact you make on other people's lives. I know everybody wants to say that. Everybody talks about that. But yeah, where's the leadership in jiu-jitsu? You know, where's that? It's all over, but let's bring it to the forefront. Yeah, let's come together, really bring it to the forefront. And like what you're doing, that's why I'm so stoked to be here talking to you, man.
I
It's
think,
just like we want to just all do it, but yeah, like how can we get it more in the forefront where it's not just only about the top level competitors. It's not only just about winning. It's not only just about like
right.
the technique itself, but let's make it about the community where, man, it's such a powerful thing, a tool that we have to impact the world is like this network, this brotherhood that's just it's such a crazy community, you know, crazy network. And let's
I
tap into
think the
that. Let's
network
make some changes.
I think the network's super important. It's been super beneficial, right? Like, you know, we're both from Texas. So like,
Yeah.
but our relationship really grew after I got out here, you know, and just talking
Right.
about what I was doing here, you know, and like getting to like, you know, talk to you on Roll the World was like the first cool thing, you know, like
Yeah.
where I got to like kind of network, which is a super cool experience for me. And, but like if you start in your community, that's where I think you're able to expand, because then somebody else
Oh yeah.
wants to tap in to what you're doing.
Right.
And like, that's what I want to do. Like, so, you know, obviously like we have Lion Haven, the nonprofit, but like Jiu-Jitsu Collective as a whole is, like I want to be able to sponsor athletes and, you know, the same way that my nonprofit does. And I just want to like stick my name out there so that as people like, they're like, what is this? And they can come in and be like, oh man, like this guy, he just wants to like help kids do jiu-jitsu that maybe can't afford it, or, you know, like don't have the money to travel for competition, but be able to like, I want to collab with everybody. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if Roll the World is doing instructional stuff, I want to do instructional stuff with you guys. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all need help sponsoring a kid for something, like I want to help sponsor a kid for something. Like I just want to do that kind of, I think having the power to do that is super satisfying and helps me sleep really well at night.
No, yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think it's there. I think it's happening like but man, how can we really get it in front of people's, because I want to see, like I know there's got to be, you know, all these these amazing social projects and great community outreach programs that are going on in cities around the country. But let's like know about it. Let's let people know about it where they can help, and let's get together and put some, you know, put our money where our mouth is and all that stuff, you know, like put more energy towards it, put more funds. And so, yeah, man, like for me, like you were on the podcast, we had the podcast for a short time, a long time ago. Seems like now life is crazy, but
Bro,
crazy,
it's been
but
so much life has changed since then.
and congrats on your baby coming on the way.
Dude, little baby Ezra on the way, bro.
It's awesome, man. It's your first, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's gonna be first. That's so good, man.
So
And
we're still,
congrats.
Ashley's just like so hot all the time. That's all she does, is complain about being hot all the time. But
Yeah.
she's baking a human being, so
Oh yeah, and
you
you guys
know.
are in the hot islands
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah. I don't think the temperature's as hot as what you guys are dealing with right now.
Probably not. Yeah, you're right.
But I mean, it feels hot to us. So
But yeah, like I was saying, like it's been so long, but like life is crazy because I had a whole team then, and then they're completely gone. You know, like it's just like people
yeah.
come and people go. but like the vision I think is just always expanding and now. So I think like the team we have now is like it's all like people think more like-minded than myself. It's like a little bit more grounded where we're at in our lives, a little bit more, excited to do big things, but like I don't need a salary. I don't need to get paid by this, let's just do this, and see where it goes, like I'm a believer, I think God's doing huge things, and it's like you can see it all around the world right now. It's like people are kind of awakening in a crazy way, like there's a big awakening to what's really meaningful, what's really important in life. It's not all about just making money and grinding and just buying things, it's like it's bigger. We have a bigger global consciousness that's like awakening, and it's pretty cool to see, what God's doing. And I think, you jump on board, be a part of it or don't, but it's gonna happen regardless. So it's really cool to see.
I think the exciting thing, like one of the reasons, like some of these IG lives is like because you have a thing that I think is cool, right? So like I think Roll the World is super cool, like because I've been able to watch it kind of change and your people kind of come and go, and every time I saw that, like all I thought was like, all right, Sam, don't drop this. Like just even if you slow it down, don't just stop because things aren't working out the right way. Like if you just keep at it, like if your goal stays the same, like you will attract the right people. If you're doing the right thing, the right people will show up. But it's real cool because like I get to talk to you about what I'm doing. You get to talk to me about what you're doing. So all the people that are following Jiu-Jitsu Collective page are going to get to find out about Roll the World. You know what I'm saying? The people that are following you are going to get to find out about Jiu-Jitsu. Like that's how we kind of spread that message, is by talking about like what's going on. That's why like I just want to talk to people, like if it's you have to talk about it. If it's like I want to talk to, like I got a guy lined up that I'm going to be talking to soon who he's about to stop doing it, but he's been traveling between the city he works in and a city that he trains in, like on the weekends, and he sleeps in his car on the weekend because he wants to train at this specific place. Like I want to talk to people who are willing to make sacrifices for the things that they want, and or trying to positively affect the jiu-jitsu community and things like that, because I feel like it's such a powerful tool, right? And most of the people, if you've stuck out jiu-jitsu over 10 years, you have a very insane passion for it, and the benefits, and like how it's positively affected your life, so I want to talk about that with people. Mostly I just want to know, you know what I mean? Like I just want, like I knew when you had commented like you'd be down, like I was like, sweet, I just want to talk about Roll the World, and we hadn't talked in a while, so I wanted to see what was going on with you. So
man,
let me
I'm
go ahead.
Super excited to be here, man, and just to be on the phone with you. It's also an excuse to catch up with you. Like it's catch up with friends. It's really cool, like because otherwise it's like the kind of pressure to do it, the pressure to sit down at one specific time is not there, or to get on the phone. We get on the phone every now and then and talk every now and then, but it's not as
But it's such a quick, like,
not as in depth.
Hey man, hey, congratulations on this. Hey man, how you doing?
Right.
Just thinking about you. So like this is kind of fun. Like just to be able to. It's like making time.
Yeah, I want to know about. Man, I want to come out to the dang island over there. I want to make that happen, but but it's cool to talk and connect to, and but yeah, like you said, I almost dropped it. I got married again. I have a beautiful wife now, and like there's priorities. Like what is it really a priority? Is it really something you want to pursue? And like it's easy to drop things and they get hard, or people don't work out. And luckily, like you've stuck with it with your academy. Obviously, starting a business is really tough the first several years. So that's where I kind of learned that through the gym, right? Like having an academy, man, you're going to have like guys like take kids from 10 years old all the way to brown belt and they leave, or blue purple belt and they leave. And it's like, man, this is really worth it. But you just stick with it. You just do it because it's serving people, it's helping people. And there's a meaning, meaning it's meaningful. So you don't stop.
Because I live on an island, people come and go a lot, right? Like they come and go. So, and I learned really quickly that instead of being upset that I lost a membership payment every month, like it's more about like acknowledging that I got this little piece of time in somebody's life. And the truth is like they allowed me to have that. that was like a gift to let me have that small piece of time. And for some people, I got them started in jiu-jitsu, and maybe they trained with me for 6 months or less. But then
Yeah.
they took off to the States and joined a school, and now they're a blue belt and they're working on their purple belt and they're competing. And like, I got to be a part of that. Like,
Yeah.
that's super cool, that like I just got that much. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
that's the power of like that I found with the come and go,
Yeah.
because I mean, I know I can't think of a single person that I started jujitsu with, like that we were both like white belts together, that still does jujitsu.
Oh really? Dang. That's
Yeah,
cool.
like there's some guys, there's some guys, you know, Brant Moore that was training at 515. Like he's a black belt now. He was a white belt when I was a blue belt. He actually still trains, you know. But most of the guys that like when I started, so many people leave because of life, because of,
Oh yeah.
injuries or
Right.
priorities. Like it's so normal, you know. So like it's interesting to the come and go is super normal. You know what I'm saying? You lose your, as a white
Yeah.
belt,
Yeah.
blue belt, you lose your favorite training partners is what you lose. Like you're like, oh man, I really, really like training with this guy,
Right.
you know? But as a teacher, you lose students. And I have kids come to me and they're like, hey, Coach Eric, like, I'm not going to be here starting next month. We have soccer or we have sailing, and you can see like they're so afraid they're about to let me down. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Like if
Go do
I'll
it.
see you when you get done, go do it. I think it's so like, I think that's so cool. Like they're kids, like they should go experience the
Yeah.
things that they love. Like I love jujitsu. Doesn't mean everybody else is going to love jujitsu the way that we've given our lives to this sport. So just getting to be that small piece, but also making it very plain to them. They are welcome to come back at any time. And I'm never going to give them a hard time about not showing up, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah. Ultimately, it's about more than jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we stick with it. We get the discipline. We get that the ability to see things through, And I think that's what the big thing I've learned, just like you, I think, with an academy. So learn like the hard times are gonna come and go. People are gonna come and go, but ultimately, it's your life and your thing that you're doing to serve.
Right.
So yeah, it's easy to get apathetic. It's easy to get jaded, but man, you're like you said, you have a small amount of time, a small window to make an effect on someone's life. Yeah, usually you're going to make a great effect, especially if you're not, just kind of in your own head too much or too bogged down, too beaten down
Right.
by the grind. So really important to make, prioritize rest, prioritize a balanced life for sure. Jiu-jitsu is like, it can be just such a grind that people let it get to them so much that, they're like, oh, I need to get to this level. I need to, have that pressure on them, but they don't enjoy it. Like that's what I find the biggest thing when I take breaks or I'm out for an injury. It actually beneficial to me in so many ways because I'm taking a break, coming back and seeing the big picture again.
Yeah.
Knowing I do it because I love it. I don't do it, because I need to be at this level. So,
Right.
uh,
All right. Before we get off here, you got any competitions coming up? Are you trying to get ready for that?
yeah, I'm doing Phoenix Open the end of the month, this couple weekends. Just getting ready for Nogi World. So doing Nogi Phoenix, gonna hang out with some friends I haven't seen in a while, Jay and Carlos Shellhammer. So shout out to those guys that used to be here in DFW. But I'm gonna hang out with them. Really excited to see them. Haven't seen them in a few years. And then just gonna go to Pan, which is gonna be here in Garland. Pan Nogi, and then Worlds out in Anaheim. So those for sure. Hopefully I'll get one more in before Pan or before Worlds just to get some more experience, some more break off the rust all the way, hopefully. So,
Right.
yeah.
All right. So last question. What's the one thing you never want on your pizza?
One thing I never want on my pizza. Dang. That most people eat on pizza?
Yeah, maybe.
And I eat like all types of pizza.
Yeah, me too.
I
Like,
like
dude,
all.
I'm a pineapple on pizza guy,
Oh yeah, me
and
too.
that just pisses people off.
I really don't care for ranch too much, so that could be something people like ranch and pizza.
Dude, I like ranch, but I'm not dipping
Yeah.
my pizza in it.
No.
So,
Yeah, it's got a lot of
look, we got
dairy.
an important question. Somebody wanted to know.
I'm trying not to eat too much dairy, but then I'm like, but then cheese on pizza.
Do it cheese pizza.
I generally don't eat dairy very much, but pizza is one exception. That's my big go-to cheat meal for sure.
Dude, so much pizza. Sam, dude, thank you so much.
Dude, yeah,
It was super great to catch up with you, bro.
Yeah, man. Likewise, and congrats again on that baby boy.
Dude. Yeah, man. So,
an awesome journey.
Dude, I'm super stoked. So, like all the changes that are coming, like it kind of occurred to me, like I'm literally like there's about to be this day. I'm a big fan of change, like in myself, and I'm gonna have this one day, and the day that he's born, I'll never be the same again instantly, and I am so excited for that. So
that's true. Yeah, you're ready for it. That's good. Man, it goes by so fast. Like everybody tells you, I'm sure you've heard it 100 times. Just try to soak up all those moments, man.
Yeah,
remember the baby sleeping on your chest is awesome. Just there's no other feeling like it.
So, but I'll talk to you soon, man. We'll send you some pics once the baby's here.
Yeah,
and
you guys enjoy,
dude. Enjoy the rest of your day, bro. Yeah, brother.
See you guys.
Right.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Later, brother.
Later, bro. Guys, thanks so much for watching. That's Sam Snow. You can find him on Instagram. Also, go look for Roll the World. So, he's a cool guy. And call your favorite training partner. Go make some jiu-jitsu.